26, 2025. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. And this is where we go out to drop food at your doorstep.
Take the easy way out.
Usually I devote a spa month.
All right, headed to a hot spot. East Chase Parkway. 6 miles. All right, we're starting off with a $2 at Wingstop, about 0.2 miles. We are in Arlington. Wingstop. This Wingstop's going about 1.6 miles. We'll arrive at 5:32, 5 minutes.
That's
All
what's
right.
keeps
after that $2 mess, we're gonna go ahead and head to the precinct line area of, I guess, Richland Hills, kind of Hearst, that area. Sorry, I had to make my own bifocals, so I'm not a rich grandfather yet. So I'm leaving the Arlington area, and I'm gonna go to the Richland area. So no longer have top priority since they silenced Linda's app. If you're doing a bio on it. Alright, going to the Grapevine area. Be there about 6:05.
Many of the laughs.
Alright. It says I've arrived. So this is Grapevine. That Red Robin has been there since the 90s. It's closed down. Grapevine Mills Mall, or actually Grapevine Mills Tinseltown is what it was called. The movie theaters were over there. And then that California Kitchen's gone, if that's what that was. I think they were over that way, maybe. I think that was California Kitchen. If we're gonna go with beef jerky, might as well go with teriyaki. Alrighty. Let's try her out, see if it tastes like real beef. Yeah. Yeah, it does taste like real beef. And it is. Good, Brian? Pretty good. And it fits my calorie count. 140. Got a $7 at Krispy Kreme. Looks like we came to the right area. Let's see if we can get this navigated. We will be there at 6:34 on the arrival time. It'll be 5 minutes, 1.8 miles. Don't forget to pick up your Krispy Kreme. I can't have any, I'm on a diet. But it tastes good going down, let me tell you. They got Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, all kinds of good stuff to eat. Okay, yeah. They offered me a Krispy Kreme, but I had to turn it down. Just added calories that I do not need. All right, this Krispy Kreme will arrive at 6:56 arrival time. 15 minutes, 12 miles.
And VOD right now, recently released, is Happy Gilmore 2.
And this $7 Krispy Kreme It's going way out to good old Irving. It's where I raised my 3 children, right off of Beltline and West Walnut. See, remembered. That building right there got hit by a tornado one year, probably like 2015 or so, around that time. Right there. That's where the tornado hit. Known as Thomas Jefferson Park. I also call it look at these ducks right here. I mean, sorry, the geese. Also called the Ganges River, like in India. A lot of Nepal. Yeah, look at these geese coming through. People from Nepal are here. And from, they've got a statue of Gandhi right over here. It's actually right there. And barely see it. And there it is. That's Gandhi with a cane. And there's one of the geese. I was gonna do a scene there one time. A friend of mine never showed up, but hopefully I could shoot. Rancho Mirage. That gate needs fixing. And that's something. Look at this fence, man. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it almost got me. I was going in, but of course you can't see that now. I haven't got my camera in. I just have my camera phone. Over the last 5 years, I was able to get 1,000 subscribers with just a camera phone. Imagine what I could do with a camera. But I'd only probably be doing YouTube only then, if I get a camera. And headed back to the hot spot. 18 miles. We'll be there at 7:30. Got ourselves a $5 Whataburger. Reason I'm doing portrait is because it's different, and also it hangs this cable down because I need a new iPhone eventually, which if I get one, it'll be a miracle. iPhone, probably gonna go for the iPhone 16. Don't know when. Maybe iPhone 15. But you'll definitely know about it. Trust me. You'll wake up in the middle of the night and go, Cole Spivey got his iPhone 15. We're all doomed. Now, 7:25 is arrival time. 1 minute. We'll be there in 0.2 miles. There he is, Harmon Dobson. It all began in 1950 as One Man Burger stand in Corpus Christi took off. That one man was Harmon Dobson. Died on a Cessna aircraft. Him and his partner went straight up about 100 feet. Engine failed. Straight down, bam. That was it. He passed away in 1967. And his wife, Grace, who continued Harmon's vision, built this one. No, all the Whataburgers really. The legacy still carried forward today. Dobson founded more than just a company. It founded a family. right, this Whataburger's going 2.1 miles. Arrival time 7:40, 6 minutes, 2.1. All right, we got a little $6.50 at Panda. Still gonna be a long night, so it took a long time to get started. Here we go. Be there in 1.1 mile. To the good old fortune cookie a little bit later. Take a trip with a friend, and the back says you'll be a millionaire in 1 year. Right, looks like we got to pick up at a 7-Eleven.
We'll arrive at 8:37 arrival time, 11 minutes, 5.2 miles.
Looks like those Wolverine claws from Marvel. It's known as the Viridian. Switch to another platform. The big D is acting slow. And switch to another one. So it's taking us way out here to Arlington. About them Cowboys. Who's eating healthy? Any directions, don't send a James Joyce novel. Just keep it very, very simple. Like turn right, turn left. Here's the building number, name of apartment, unit number. It reads, when you unpull in. Which doesn't make any sense. Then you go to the dumpster, you turn right. And you can follow the directions. I'm the closest, probably the person right there. Hello. Awkward area. And everything's busy, but North Richland Hills, or what they call Colleyville. All right, the other platform got me back to Arlington. I'm leaving Arlington again and headed back to Grapevine. It's 11 miles, 17 minutes. The arrival, 9:20 p.m. post-meridian. Snack break is brought to you by 1 Reese's, 3 grams of sugar. Be sure to get that 18 grams of protein. All right, 7:25. Boomer Jacks on our way.
Arrival time will be 9:17. We'll be there in 6 minutes. 4.8 miles. This Boomer Jack's going all the way to 9:32 arrival time. 8 minutes, 3.6 miles.
What do you?
All right. Headed toward a hot spot, 2.7 miles. All right.
Got one at Sonic, $6 and change. We'll arrive at Sonic at 9:43 arrival. 3 minutes, 1.4 miles.
Sonic, what can I get for you?
Got a fifth wheel right here. That's one. You can't really see it. There we go. Now you can see it. Got a little fifth wheel there. And we'll just go right over here. See if we can put them in there. Keep it. I'm supposed to tape it to one of these, but they might do so.
These 5 Sonic drinks will be going. The arrival time of these 5 Sonic drinks will be at 9:56 p.m. 6 minutes, 1.8 miles.
This is new. The Great Wolf Lounge delivery pretty hard to do. The Big D, because probably they would save money. And these families pile in here to have a lot of fun. And I hope they do, God willing. My kids and I, we never got to do it. We didn't get to take my grandpa either. Wow, this place is amazing. Wow, look at this. This is pretty cool. Lots of water dump zone right here. Look at all this. Just come in here and bring the kids and play. Kids can play all day. All this stuff right here. The wolves and everything. And we're singing a happy birthday song. You missed out on it. Now that looks like a great place to go to bring the kids right there. The Wolf Creek Lodge. Look at the wolf way over back there. Isn't that cool?
They got their Sonic drinks and are happy and everything.
Pretty sure they probably trap you in both ways. That's really why they're doing delivery here. I do not know. You just send in the money for the blah blah blah. Gotta have a wrist guard to do it. They shouldn't allow delivery here. Warning going out. Lawsuit in effect. They'll slam on you too. Yeah, it's just a torture device here.
Right, followers, got some PF Chang's. We'll arrive at 10:14 p.m. arrival time. 1 minute, 0.2 miles.
There's P.F. Chang's.
Wow, this place is really nice. Looks like someone finished up their meal. Okay. Alcoholics can have fun too. Looks like some teriyaki with white rice. Don't forget about the spring roll. We'll get to the fortune later. Arrival time for this PF Chang's is 10:34 p.m. 12 minutes, 8.7 miles. Reconnecting with an old friend will lead to no surprise.
This is known as Cypress Waters. You can kind of see it right there. It's an area of Capel. And that's Cypress. It's very, very corporate.
Very churchy.
All right, looks like this one's going to Bleecker, which would be that one right there.
Added a hotspot. 2.6 miles.
Already came by and picked it up. Since all of this that's happened to me over the last 5-6 years has to do with simple preference, we're going to North Richland right now. So we'll be there about 15 miles. 11:15 arrival time, 17 minutes. All right, got a little $4 one at 7-Eleven. 2.3. Be there in 3 miles. 11:11 arrival time.
With the film.
This 7-Eleven delivery is going arrival time for this 7-Eleven delivery is 11:23 p.m. 4 minutes. Will arrive at 1.4 miles. 7-Eleven delivery will arrive at 11:23 p.m. 4 minutes. 1.3 miles. 7-Eleven delivery will arrive at 11:23 p.m. 4 minutes. 1.2. This 7-Eleven delivery will arrive at 11:23 p.m. arrival. 4 minutes, 1.2 miles. This 7-Eleven delivery will arrive at 11:22 arrival. 3 minutes, 1.1 miles. 7-Eleven delivery will arrive at 11:23 p.m. 3 minutes, 1 mile.
consider getting a place like this, but we're more kind of Beverly Hills. This is kind of the housing. See how close those houses are together? These are like oversized apartments, really. People in California. But it's nice though, it's nice. Plus the weather's better out there. But don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong, I like Texas. Let's see if it goes in or out. Okay, it's gonna go out. This is a good, yeah, maybe we'll check it out. If we get the opportunity to go with the show, we will, if they give us the opportunity. And they gotta boost the show. They gotta find out how we can get tons and tons of views. Then we would be on our way. Don't worry about it, you won't see it happen. Other people will. Time to take that Taco Bell break. And that's the double beef with no rice, right?
Yeah, I put extra beef on.
Oh, I do appreciate it. I'll need that. I gotta text my father.
All right, we'll have to hail that burrito a little bit later. It's time to pick up their IHOP.
All right, these pancakes are going to be delivered at 12 midnight arrival. 5 minutes, 1.8 miles, and it does have maple syrup. Yum, yum.
Big boy pancakes coming up.
Well, looks like we got a 605 at Taco Bell. Picking that up. Gonna eat you cold as revenge. $6.50 coming up for the pickup at Taco Bell. 1.4 miles for tax purposes.
I'll take you for tax purposes.
Taco Bell right next to the Jack in the Box. Right next to the highway. Or some say the freeway. The freeway. Ooh-wee. They closed on lobby at 12, but they added an additional $4.25. Actually making $8 off this puppy.
Ooh, Cantina Chicken Bowl. This is a Cantina Chicken Bowl right here. It's got pretty good one. One and two.
All right. The first Taco Bell order will be going 2.5 miles. We'll arrive there at 12:28 arrival, 6 minutes.
His Taco Bell order will be arriving at 12:28, 6 minutes, 2.5 miles. The second Taco Bell order will be arriving at 12:37 p.m. in 5 minutes. 2 miles. All right, it's 12:45 a.m. People eating late in the night. McDonald's. We will arrive 12:52. 6 minutes, 2.3 miles. And this is where my mother-in-law gets breakfast every single day. She gets a biscuit sausage with jelly. She's from California, Visalia, from the Grapevine. She gets it every day. If she ever misses a biscuit, I'll know about it, because my life will be going the right way. Enjoy your biscuits and sausage. Hello.
Hi, will you be using your mobile app?
Kind of. All right, this McDonald's will be arriving at 1:03 a.m. 6 minutes, 2.3 miles. Looks like a rehab center. Cold burrito. Revenge is best served cold.
a.m.
Whoa, slow down. $7.50 at a McDonald's. We're going to pick up, finally pay back those student loans. We'll be there at 1:13 arrival, 4 minutes, 2.3 miles. I'm rich.
Are you using your loyalty code today?
Not really, but kind of.
All right, looks like this McDonald's, $7, is going to South Lake. We'll be there at 1:41 a.m., 16 minutes, 7.1 miles.
I'm trying to figure out this one because I know they have McDonald's out in South Lake. But I was in the Richland area and it takes me 7 miles out to South Lake. I don't know. Figure it out somehow.
Best lighting I can do right now. But what I always say is revenge is served in a cold dish. This is a cold burrito, but it's a double beef. You can get to make the rice on it. But the good news is I got some hot Taco Bell sauce.
So it'll warm it up. So that way it's not all about revenge, about celebration. Thank you for the food, Lord. And I'm always the type to pray, even over fast food. So double beef. Give me some late nights. They were in a hurry at that Taco Bell. I was picking up an order. But I always come prepared. But he still could have grabbed a napkin and put it in there. In the South Lake area now. Where my dad's from. You could say I was probably raised rich. We did have a time where we lived in a trailer, and there was a time we moved into a house, and then we moved into a mansion. So there's rags to riches story. I just show you how it is. Oh, there was a napkin there. Where'd it go?
Good thing I ate that burrito. Just got a $9 Whataburger coming up. All right. Gonna pick up that $9 Whataburger. It's about time. It's probably the highest one I've been paid so far today. It has been a slow one. We're gonna pick it up at 1:53 in the AM. 4 minutes, 1.5 miles.
This is the Whataburger in Keller. And always provide them a little bit of napkins. That's good service.
Go Whataburger. Bitches hanging out at Whataburger. All right, looks like this Whataburger will arrive at 2:20 arrival. AM. 9 minutes, 4.3 miles.
Please do not knock or ring doorbell. I'll just watch for it when it gets there. Thank you. That's what the note says.
Nature trail or something. This must be their property. Now this is very much what I was thinking about on Grace, aka Where Vlog screenplay that I wrote. The Lipan lives on this long road that you ride, you know, you have to drive on the road for a very long ways. They didn't have a fence, so he has a fence that Mark the Uber driver and Gerald Ullman III, they tear through it using Mark. Anyway, Mark the Uber driver is the one that's driving. Gerald Ullman III is sitting in the back with John Blacksmith. They tear through this fence. Like, they don't have one back there, but anyway, that long driveway is something that they would, very similar to what would be in the script. Must be an abandoned property or something. Little tractor over there. Looks like one my dad's old tractor they used to have. Huh. Anyway, I think this is the wrong way. I gotta go the other way. Look, they got a little playhouse for the kids to play in. That's a real nice log gate. That's the way the map says, this way over here. There's always usually at least one interesting delivery. Yeah, it looks like that's them over there. Yep, this is probably gonna be it right here. Let's see. Yep, there's the house. This long one right here. I'm sure if it was that one, I think it may be this one. Yeah. It's a little bit further down this way. Here we go. Now we're rolling. To go through there. Right there is where we went through. We have to go through over here. This is the correct one for sure. 100%. Found her. Yeah, looks like a photo too. I'll double check the photo. Good to go, good to go, good to go. Nice little house. Taquito and cheese and french fries, Whataburger coming your way. Picking it up, dropping it off at your doorstep. Let's go ahead and green light the project. All right. This Whataburger will be arriving at 3 a.m. 2 minutes, 1.2 miles. Arrival time, 3 a.m. 3:01 a.m. This whole family of coons. So I can get the shot. Actually climb trees, just like monkeys. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. All right, that wraps it up. South Leg at least was tipping. So I don't really go over the amounts, but all I have to say is it's reason why I do a YouTube show. Let's just put it that way. I see the YouTube show as more of a career, but I'm probably not going to head off to California until I can be mobile with a YouTube show, as in financial, or I find a group of supporters that want to help me get there. Till then, is it better to have one bird in the hand or two in the bush kind of thing. Listening to Thomas Pynchon's Vineland, but I also randomly am reading The Crying of Lot 49 too. And every once in a while I add on to chapter 80 of my own novel that I'm writing, which is Rib, parentheses, or Dog Night Out, close parentheses, dash, Shepherds of Alaska. So it just has a complex title. But it means something. I just don't really feel like explaining it. It has to be interpreted by literary a-holes. You know, those college professors that think they know everything. Just like when they talk about Thomas Pynchon. They didn't know who Thomas Pynchon was. He was a pretty messed up guy. I have some theories of things he was going to write about, but I don't want to share it with anyone. Just keep it to myself. He was there for a reason. He wrote a whole bunch, just like Thomas Wolfe and Jack Kerouac. And Jack Kerouac didn't write as much as a lot of them. Bukowski, he didn't write as much as a lot of them. Pynchon wrote a lot. So did Wolfe wrote quite a bit. I think Stephen King's working on what, book 70? He likes to call them books, not novels. Most of them are novels. He writes some documentary, or what they call nonfiction. It takes up a lot of time, vlogging. Whether any of the writers would have done something similar. They probably kept a diary, but it's time consuming putting it all together. That's why books take way longer than what they used to. I used to could write a book like in the summer. It'd be like up to 700 or 1,000 pages. Everything was listed. A lot of it's listed under Ash Cole, under the fictionpress.com site. I'm still getting information from emails and stuff. I don't really know now, you know, like, am I going to spend $3,000 on trying to bind a book that really, you know, I could only sell to people that I know? But I kind of like the idea of doing that at least once before it's all over. You know, like publishing and binding a book so that it has an ISBN number and it's good to put on the shelf. It's certainly a project to look forward to. Even to have one book. Harper, who hung out with Truman Capote, she only had Harper Lee only had two books. She had To Kill a Mockingbird and the one that recently came out. Alright, so Harper Lee had more than two books. She's now coming out with one in October. She's already passed away, but they found more of her material. They'll find mine online. But it's The Land of Sweet and Forever. It's essays and some short stories. It'll be added to her collection. Okay, yeah, Harper Lee. She wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, and then later on, it was published Go Set a Watchman. Then The Land of Sweet and Forever. Those are going to be short stories and essays. It's probably not her title though. It'll come out in October, so they're still publishing her work. But it's only 3 major works, and she's in literature classes. So quality over quantity. And I guess as I've gotten older, it's more about quality. I used to write and have these spurts of writing. Oh, I did pick up the guitar last night, and I played one of my songs that I wrote called Low Life, but I have a different lick on it. And then I retaught myself Elliott Smith's 2:45 a.m. Going out like a baby. I can play that one on the guitar. I have to practice it a lot, but I practice it and it helps focus. And then I watched one of my favorites, Sharon Van Etten, today on KEXP. I guess it's out of Seattle. And I kind of like some of her new stuff. It's not as vibrant as her song 17. And then, you know, the Trouble song. Anyway, I'm trying to think of her second song, major song. The one was 17 was one of them, and the other one was like every time she wakes up, she's in trouble. Every time I wake up, I'm in trouble. I'll look it up later. But anyway, yeah, she has a whole new album right now. It's kind of cool. She's from Jersey, way up there north. She's kind of crazy cat. And there's things that have been going on. And my birthday's coming up. All I asked from Linda for my birthday, all I asked from Linda for my birthday was I wanted a T-bone steak. That's what I said. I said, I think it'll help my foot. I've been stretching my foot. So I'm pretty sure it's Baxter nerve entrapment. And when I stretch, I have to really stretch it. And I stretch it in the morning. And then it does say in healing on the Baxter nerve entrapment that stretching is probably one of the best things in healing it. It's almost kind of like a torn ligament, things like that, but it's an exposed nerve, so it's painful to walk on because of the way the nerve gets trapped by the heel. So it's a very painful thing, and I've been dealing with pain, but it helps to stretch. I was in Whataburger and I was kind of pushing my leg or my foot up kind of against this, underneath this chair, and then I realized I could do it here too. I can kind of stretch it, like lean back, kind of showing. It's kind of like put my foot down there and stretch it, because I do a lot of driving. It's that way that nerve doesn't get entrapped. It can take 6 months to heal, but with a cam walker, you're taking pressure off of it, so the body naturally heals it then, because it doesn't have to keep re-healing when you have to walk on it. But no one seems to really care right now. Anyway, that's okay. Jesus rules, and we know that. So since you know that, then you're good to go. There's Fort Worth. Back to Fort Worth. I'm going to try to explain real quick about what the delivery platform that I'm working on. I call the Big D. So Linda had a top priority account, and they busted her because I was filming the names and addresses, I guess videoing name and address, and they blamed her on it. So she doesn't have really that big of a YouTube show. I didn't do it always. I did it a few times. I thought, I don't know. I think I did it probably so she wouldn't have to worry about taxes and all this. So we're no longer using her top priority account. And the top priority account, you can just use the Big D anywhere you want to. So now I'm just keeping this one, the secondary account I had since 2022 that reactivated. So I'm just calling it the Big D, and I'm not giving out any personal information. So I'm covering all that up. So that's more generic. And that account will have to build over time. There's some people that have been doing this kind of stuff for like a decade. So that's all I'm going to say. I have to keep everything kind of generic and kind of concealed. And I didn't really, I guess since it wasn't my account, I just thought, well, okay. But it wasn't like their full names. No, I don't think it was their full names. I'm not for sure. And I usually try to conceal it anyway, so I didn't like show it very closely. But they put that stuff out there, and listen, with how social media is, they're gonna have to, stop bullying people. That's what basically the right reason I did that. Listen, I'm not gonna tell you the result, but there's a reason I did that. I did it on purpose, and I knew that they were gonna come after her. I knew that they were gonna close it down. And plus, I didn't want to use hers up for tax purposes in any way.
So I'm just being honest. So now I'm back to an old one that I never really got a reason why they closed it out in 2022, right after COVID. When I worked through COVID, that and Postmates, I was getting torn between two different ones, and I wasn't real very good at doing it back then. Anyway, I'm getting a shot of Fort Worth. It's really nobody's business, but like when you're dealing with the big tech and big companies like that have a whole lot and they're not willing to share. Remember those shows that we did where I was doing that? It was called Sharing Wealth. You'll find out about that later. They're not putting all the math together on things. They're saying, I'm king, you're not, you're a servant. Well, we'll see what ends up happening towards the end, because some servants escape. Servants run away. You know, like the slaves, they sometimes escape and they run away. Woo-wee. Somebody didn't pay their school zone ticket. Listen, whatever you say about me is whatever you say. But I know what I am, all right? So I'm not really worried about it. I know the true things that go on in my life and stuff, and you can just say whatever you want, but people have to do what they have to do to survive. And when you're in my situation, which I hope that you're not ever, if you ever get put in my situation, you'll completely understand 100%. And I'll pray for you too. If I know that you're in my situation, I'll definitely pray for you. Listening to Elliott Smith's Clementine. He's one of the only musicians.
115 degrees along the Carolina coast. Shorelines packed. The waters full of swimmers. Concert goers at Sweetgrass Festival in Mount Pleasant trying to stay cool.
It is scorching.
Kind of like noodles, rice, this breaded chicken. Just tea. Good night. Here we go with today's kitty. There's one kitty, 9 lives. Each life has a number. Numbers 1 through 9. Swirl the camera. Pick a cat food. Today's kitty will be having Sheba pate, natural juices with sustainable salmon. Isn't that right, kitty? Get it from a movie star. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Because that's what I will become. Here we go, kitty. Enjoy your food. She didn't feed you the whole amount. There you go. Enjoy. Voila. Some rice, a little bit of chicken, cucumber. Let's go add my sauces. Y'all have a good night. All right, so we got a little bit of relish. We're gonna add this Taco Bell. It's basically like a breakfast salsa. One thing I always went without was breakfast.
I never got to have a lot of breakfast. Hopefully towards the end of my life, after certain people pass, I might be able to have breakfast in the morning like bacon and eggs. But it's something I was never able to enjoy most of my life. When I wake up tomorrow, I won't even really be able to have cereal. But I am going to have this, which will keep me going so that one day I'll be successful enough to wake up and have bacon and eggs and start the day off like a grown big boy. I know you're laughing. That's okay, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny to a movie star like you. Right? Here's a nice little fork to stir it up in. It's got some cucumbers, little pieces of chicken in there. Because we're watching the diet. Eat too much, and and I'm gonna put this down for about 300 calories. You can see that steam coming off of that right there. So it's on the old tube. As in the old YouTube. I'm on there. I know the truth. There I am right there. My name, Cole Spivey. Got my own channel and everything. That's the one you're watching. Alright, so this is what I always say on the news. Let's watch who died. You probably say the same, don't you? Turn this off. I gotta deal with this light being on and the light being off.
Get ready for summer because Verizon's
QR scan right there. That'd be something to be studied in the future too.
Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. President Trump in Scotland trying to turn the page on the Jeffrey Epstein saga and the urgent search for an inmate released from jail by mistake. First, millions of Americans facing days of sweltering heat from Texas to Minnesota to the Northeast.
There's a rumor that I heard recently, just to let you know. I know you're watching. There's a rumor that I might get a T-bone steak for my birthday coming up. That's going to be a good day for you.
But increasingly frustrated over questions surrounding the Jeffrey Epstein files and what we're learning about that meeting between DOJ officials and Epstein's convicted co-conspirators.
We'll have to see. Be sure to eat your Wheaties. It's going to be a bad day for you and a good day for me. I don't know why I think that. It'll be a good day. Oop, there goes the tea.
A setback for the Trump administration's war on sanctuary baseball team was denied entry into the U.S. The urgent search for an
It's hot. Oh, I forgot my sauce. Maybe I'll be an anchorman for ABC News one day, like Ted Koppel or something. Yeah, the goodness. From these headphones.